So, Rassie's contract negotiations is underway in South Africa, and we're looking forward to seeing what happens here. Rassie wants to go through until the Rugby World Cup in 2031 in the United States of America. That's going to be very interesting because a lot of people thought he was going to pull the plug after the Australian competition in 2027 when the South Africans are going for a three-peat in Rugby World Cup victory. So what do I think about this? Well, I think Rassie should stick around as long as he's doing the job and everybody's happy with the performance, because like everybody, it doesn't matter whether you're a master coach or a master player, sometimes we get to the end of our careers before we think we do, and I think that's an important thing to remember. So as we sit here today in 2025 looking forward to Rugby World Cup 2027 in Australia, of course we want Rassie to sign a new contract to go as long as possible. But I think a lot of things change in professional sport over 7 years, and that's the time frame we're talking about here. So as long as Rassie is delivering and giving the Springboks supporters and team exactly what they need to do to be successful, then absolutely, why not? I think he's one of the modern day geniuses that brought so much to the world of rugby coaching that a lot of other coaches now are inspired by him and copying a lot of things that he's doing to make sure that their teams are able to go forward. So it'll be interesting to see what the outcome of this negotiation is with South Africa Rugby and Rassie. Rassie's dropped in there a couple of great negotiation tools, talking about he's got offers from elsewhere, which I'm sure is true, but it's always good to let people know when you're negotiating that you've got other offers on the table. This probably means that my little dream and my little world of Rassie one day coaching Fiji and taking them to the pinnacle of world rugby is probably over. I've had that little dream in my mind for quite a while now. I'd love to see Rassie get hold of that Fiji team and turn them into the absolute team of superstars that we know that they can be, and to reach their full potential. I think it would be so exciting for world rugby if Rassie coached Fiji to a Rugby World Cup final. That would be absolutely brilliant. But for now, he's staying in South Africa, I'm sure. I think one of the things I like so much about Rassie is he's prepared to experiment in all sorts of different ways. We saw it in the weekend where he's taken this adopted line-out process in midfield to a new level and tried something that the under-14s were doing in their previous games, and schoolboys team that is, and it worked pretty well, right? So now everybody's talking about that. Everybody was talking about the bomb squad when he first did that. And everybody was talking about Andre Esterhuizen playing as flanker. So Rassie's constantly innovating, and if I look at other coaches around the world, I don't see that same level of innovation coming into the game. It doesn't mean other coaches need to do stupid things or crazy things, but all these things that Rassie does is enhancing the way that South Africa plays and gives their competition something different to look at. And I think that's something really aspiring to, because I think that's something very inspiring, because I think if you're constantly changing what another team looks at, and this is something that I guess goes back to what I've been talking about in my videos over recent days about the All Blacks. When you play the All Blacks these days, you know the way they're going to play. They're going to be coming at you full gas with everything they've got out wide as fast as they possibly can. And I don't care who you are around the world, you can build a defence and you can build a strategy against that. But I think with what Rassie's doing, we've gone from seeing the Boks in this completely dominating forward mindset to now having some of the best world-class backline players that there is on the planet. And that's all come about because Rassie decided to bring in somebody else who was going to help elevate the South African backline play and make it more expansive. And that's a touch of genius, because when you're not able to do things yourself, you need to bring the experts in, and I think that's another one of Rassie's absolute qualities. So I for one hope that he signs the contract through to 2031. I'm just down the road from the US, of course, and going to be one of the first people on a plane to go and watch the 2031 World Cup in the United States, and I'd love to see a Rassie inspired Springbok team there in 2031. So yeah, that's my views on Rassie's contract negotiation in South Africa. Let's hope there's enough rand for Rassie to put in his bank account for the next 7 years from South African rugby. So let me know in the comments what you think about Rassie's contract negotiation at the moment. Do you think he's going to get his extension wished through to 2031? Or do you think they're going to keep him hanging until 2027 or tour after 2027? It's going to be an interesting one to read. Okay, that's it for this short video. Just thought I'd give my views and opinions on Rassie's contract negotiations. See you all again very soon here on Inside Rugby with Mark. Until next time, it's bye for now.